Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Asherah Rose, and let me just grab my AI introduction. Love it. So welcome to my unique PhD journey. I'm currently exploring dissociative identity disorder and psychosis alongside conscious expansion, blending the 3D academic world with 5D spiritual practices. I'm also training as a shamanic practitioner and bringing my gifts as a clairvoyant and medium. As we dive in, please note that when I'm channeling spirit, the insights are personal and spiritual, not clinical. While I have academic training in mental health, let me show you my old PhD badge. So this is my PhD. It was PhD in education, but I was studying the mental health of head teachers in education. All right, so that's me, what I used to look like before. And that's my old name, and that's the University of Birmingham. So, as we dive in, please note that when I am channeling spirit, the insights are personal and spiritual, not clinical. And while I have academic training in mental health, this journey is really about authentic, multidimensional exploration. So please, let's embark on this journey together and uncover the intersections of science and spirit. Right, now that we've got that out of the way, seriously, I've just come off not too long ago from my session with my shamanic tutor. So there's a video before this one, which I believe should be video 28. So video 28, video 29. No, don't go to video 28. Video 28 will be something else. Video 29 will be the shamanic one that I've recorded. So my shamanic teacher has says that there are elements of the course that I can record and elements that I can't. So the bits that I've been able to do, I've recorded, but I didn't record the end bit, which I wanted to. And the end bit, and the reason why I didn't is because I'd already clicked out of the camera to access the shamanic drum playing music that she had sent me. So it didn't kind of make sense, start up another video. So I ended up going on 3 journeys, very quick journeys to be fair, because it didn't take me very long. But I will kind of share what I saw with you and what those journeys entailed on this video now. And then obviously, so there's 3 videos. So in total, because I've got part 1s and part 2s on some of the videos, when I've worked it out, I actually have created 34 videos. Well, 34, 35, 36, 37, because of the 3 today. 37 videos since the 6th of November. So spirit is on it. Because when I've worked out the hours the other day, 34 videos gave me a total. In fact, no, actually, it was less than that at the time, because I wrote it down in my notes. But basically, by the time I'd got to video 23, I'd done 55 hours. Don't know if you can see that. I'd done 55 hours of recording. Alright, so I've done way more than that now. But basically, I've just come off the course around 10 past. Let me do a quick timestamp and a date stamp so we know where we are, because spirit is like, did you do your timestamp? So that tells you that it's the 13th of November and it's 6:29. And I got off at 10 to 4. So I've had half an hour, 40 minutes nearly. Yeah. So I've had a cup of tea. I've made myself a sandwich because I hadn't eaten all day. Not that I could remember anyway. And I've took the load out the dryer with my bed covers and everything, which I'm going to fold up and put back on top of my wardrobe. So while I was doing all of that, I said, you know what? I'm going to spend about an hour or 2 with myself, because I've literally been sitting on this bloody vanity stool for about 4 hours. So I was like, I'm going to go and lie down on the bed, chill out with myself, and then later on, I'll do the follow-up reading. And Spirit had other plans that was like, no, turn the video on now because I'm listening to this reading. And lo and behold, this reading is chatting some stuff about my business. So over the reading, I've kind of touched on my divorce, because it's like, say, on one hand, I'm a PhD student studying mental health. And then on the other hand, I'm a shamanic practitioner, and I'm also a bloodline shaman. So I'm experiencing my shamanic abilities and gifts in my bedroom, because I'm completely alone recording this. And it's important that I am alone, so that there are no other outside energies and influences apart from my daughter. But she's in and out of my room, and she knows that when I'm doing this kind of thing, you know, just let mommy do her thing, and we'll catch up a little bit later and we'll have fun. And then obviously I'm the researcher and the subject in that respect. But I'm also the narrator in the background, really analysing all compelling compartments, even overthinking how I'm going to really set out the methodology of this particular research. Anyway, there was a video one that was on when I left video number 28, and I wanted to play it for you guys because obviously it was in the lineup and I had mentioned it in the video. So I thought, well, let me come out of it so that later on I can play it. But for now, I'll just watch what I want to watch. But lo and behold, when the TV flicked to go on a new channel, if you like, the same girl came up. So, but the thing is, she's live now. It's a live fucking premiere. So it's not 2 hours ago. It's not 2 months ago. She's on now. So this woman is talking live now, and she's talking my issue. Turn the camera around so we can see what I on. So this is her, and if I put on the thing, so you can see what the timestamp, the date is.
You know where this scenario fits.
Started 6 minutes ago. Okay, so started 6 minutes ago, but it's she must have just put it on. But if you see in the corner, it says premiere because it was live just when I was watching it. But anyway, it's just happened basically. Yeah.
These people are on or under here, okay?
She's talking about that I've been mentioning on this that from a spiritual perspective, my ancestors have been telling me that my family, my mum's side of family, my dad's side of family, my ex-husband and his family, my ex-boyfriend and his family, and my ex-baby father, the kid's dad, and his family are all involved in some antics. And I am this scapegoat. I am the sacrifice in the middle of all of this. Now, from a 3D perspective, I'm sure most of those people will deny any accusation, despite the fact that I've seen shit with my own fucking eyes. Anyway, so you can't deny some shit, because anything I talk on here is a 3D perspective, and I will say when it's a 3D, when it actually happened, and when it didn't happen. So, for example, my mum's sister Pauline told me back in 2013, I believe, but I could be wrong, that she had HIV. She phoned my phone to tell me that she had HIV and she caught it from her husband, Lush. Lush has given her HIV. And my ancestors, after she finished chatting her business to me, my ancestors said, don't say a word. Don't say a word. If anybody hears that, that won't be from me. The only time I mentioned that was years later. Sorry. After my uncle died. I could hear banging outside. I wanted to check. After my uncle died, I could hear, obviously, I mentioned it to Mama because I'm thinking at least 6 years have gone by. I thought, Pauline said she had AIDS, but I ain't heard nothing else from it. So what, it was just me one that knew that she had AIDS. But that's what my ancestors were telling me at the time. Don't say nothing. She's just chatting to you to see if you chat and she hears the information back. But she couldn't hear the information back because I never chatted. Okay, I never chatted because I knew you was chatting fucking shit. Or, well, to be honest, not really. Don't get me wrong. You had something, but it wasn't HIV. Yeah? So when I say something, if I say something, I will say that happened in the 3D. That is a real story. That is what Pauline did say. If I turn around and say Spirit said, then it's something that I have heard on the grapevine of the ether. And the dead chat. You know how they say the dead don't talk? The dead chat. The dead chat. All of them nothing chat. The dead chat. The dead do nothing but chat. So when I say Spirit said, I'm talking about the dead said. Yeah? The dead said. But really they're the living. Okay? The living. So, anyway, I want to put on this because I've talked about certain things that have gone on with my ex-husband, especially around divorce proceedings and the way that these proceedings have been conducted. I have been treated like an absolute fucking criminal and I've done fucking nothing wrong. And the reason why I'm saying fucking, because I want the people that this needs to lick. I want the words to lick you in your throat. I want the words to lick you in your throat. I want the words to lick you in your blood clot throat. Because you all knew nothing to go so. But you're all on some gravy train to really have me as the sacrifice. So what it is that these behaviours in the 3D of judges passing orders when there's no evidence to support that, lawyers lying, clerks hiding paperwork, Harsted, Calfat, and I've kept receipts for everything. My ancestors said keep everything. I've thrown nothing away. Every email, every text, every picture, every statement I've got on their side and my side. And I've even sometimes done recordings about what's happened. So we let the rhythm run in it, because receipts have to pull. It's judgment. Everybody is going to be accountable for every lie they told and every truth they told, and I just hit that. It's the times right now. So I've said all of those things, and that's just me. That's my experience of living in the 3D. That's what I've encountered. And obviously being a shaman, I've encountered things on a 5D. You know what I mean? So I've got different types of composing arguments, evidence from different arenas, as in the 3D, the 4D, and the 5D. That's what I'm referring to as arena. This is a shaman, and I know I'm chatting something because I can just hear bear banging and so outside, which is them little things. They move me spiritually. They give me messages. Just like in the tarot community, if somebody burps or a car bibs outside, they will say confirmation. That burp or that bib is spirit's way of letting you know you're on the right track. That's just how they talk in the esoteric community. So even this young lady here, we burp sometimes and she'll say, excuse me, confirmation. It's just the terminology that they use. But they also know that the body, as in your instincts, as well as your physical body, will respond to spirit. Like I've got something blowing on me right now, and my window ain't even open because it's blowing from the opposite side where the door is. But I can feel that presence because not only can I feel the coolness of it, but my skin is sensitive to esoteric things like ghosts, like spirits, like demons, like angels. Yeah, so what I'm saying is, or those words that I'm using, although they come across like a fairy tale, it's not. It's actually a reality. It's my 3D reality and it's my 5D reality. And what Spirit was saying to me is that people are going to be waking up for a dream. It's like Beauty and the Beast. The whole fucking kingdom has been put under a spell. They've been put under a spell, so they've turned up at the kingdom, hearing my man say, there's a beast, there's a beast, there's a beast, and he's got Bella. So they've all turned up with their pitchforks and their spears and their knives and their guns, because they're going in to get the beast, because they've been told there's a beast there and it's got Bella. So you have to imagine my life with these families, and not just family, because they've gone and involved schools. They've gone and involved judges and solicitors and Kafkas and children solicitors and primary schools and secondary schools. Honestly, it's been like a fucking witch hunt. And again, I've got every single... Imagine I'm emailing the school about my pitney and they're refusing to give me information about my children, and I've got parental responsibility. This is a crime. These people have actually committed crimes. And I've even told them in the paperwork, do I need to take this case to the Human Commission, the Human Rights Commission? Because that's what I've already put in some of these court documents. I've laced it with what they should be doing and what they haven't been doing. And they've still continued to do the wrong thing. Which is like turning up at my yard with pitch knives. I'm innocent. I'm absolutely innocent. You know why I'm innocent? Because I understand the laws of karma, and I understand that the Almighty Master God is always watching. So when I know that God not sleep, I don't do nothing to trouble nobody. I really don't. This is the most you've heard my mouth run in a very, very, very long time. Because I don't sit down there and so. I don't sit down with the wicked, and I don't break bread with evil people. I just cut and go through and stay in my lane. But I do get sent on missions. And my ex-husband was a mission because I already know he was pure evil when I met him. But the Almighty said, listen, there's a lesson coming out of this. Yeah? I knew it was a lesson. I had to go in and do the mission. And even when I was in there, I'm like, why am I here sleeping with this devil? And the Almighty said it's not time yet. But when it was time for me to come out of it, the Almighty told me, listen, it's time to come out of it now. And to be honest, by then, I didn't even necessarily, the 3D me and the Rosie me didn't want to come out of it. Because I'm like, I've already got one baby daddy with 2 kids. Where am I going with another 3 kids? I've got 5 kids by now. I don't like them things. I'm not in the every man. I've got a sister. She's got 6 pitney them, and she's got 6 baby fathers, or at least 5. I don't run it red like that. I don't run my thing red like that. I'm very sacred. And Tisha, your name's coming up because you phoned me last year Christmas. I don't know what you phoned me for, but I do know why you phoned me. So take that and sit down with it. My spirit team really wants to put people on blast. And I'm not going to lie, I am in conflict because the 3D brain of me knows that there are, you can't just say things about people without evidence and proof. My ancestors and them are telling me evidence and proof is here. There's already evidence and proof. I don't need to go out and find no evidence. The evidence will be in the pudding, and the pudding is raised into the blood clot top, and it's floating, if you know what I mean. So anyway, I want to play this because just a minute ago she was talking about some stuff. So I'm going to play it from 9 minutes. How long is it? Because is it still going on? See, that's what I'm saying. It's supposed to still be going on, but I don't know. Because even the way it is where it says minus, that's what happens when something is showing live. But let's just run the rhythm anyway, all right?
They get a hold of somebody's records. Okay? Again, I don't know what type of spell these people are on or under here. Okay? But they really screwed themselves. All right? I was getting an energy where, the Great Awakening was to prepare people for this new world of, and it's nothing new up under the sun, AI intelligence here, okay? If your third eye, your pineal gland is calcified here, you are going to be fooled moving forward here, okay? And when I say that, I'm not saying in a haughty sense here, like, oh, you got to be super spiritual, you got to go out and hug a tree, you got to meditate every day, you need to work with crystals. No. But there needs to be some awakening surrounding your third eye, your intuition. You need to at least go through 1 or 2 awakenings, okay? Waking up, decalcify it here, okay? So you're not getting led to the slaughter. That's what's going on here. Somebody's trying to get their story straight. Believing a lie can cost somebody their entire life, okay? Because again, when I say they didn't do the research, they didn't do the homework, well, somebody could have put something in their face. Okay? Somebody could have put something in their face, and they felt like, oh, well, I don't have to do the homework. I don't have to do the research. The proof is right here. Why would they lie? Okay? Child, bloody here. There's a lot of other things I can say, but let's see what's going on. What else is going on here, okay? Child, with these people manipulating views and likes on social media here, okay? Somebody slanders somebody on social media here, all right? And after it's over, like, somebody's not going to have a pot to piss in here, okay? I'm just going to be real with you. And the karma alone will do that without you even suing somebody here, all right? Because, again, lies have levels. Lies have levels. Somebody also could have told this lie to block you from incoming offers and proposals here. Is giving scorn and bitter to the core, okay? Now they're mad. Now somebody's mad at a catfish here. Somebody's mad at the copycat, the doppelganger here, whoever catfished you. Now they mad at him. You need to be mad at yourself, honey, because your antennas was bent over backwards here. Like, seriously. Because I've been getting that a lot. Like, somebody's showing fake results here, okay? And when it comes to court, like, bullshit, if somebody was able to get away with some fake results in court, it's because the lawyer was dirty and the damn judge, because ain't no way. Ain't no way. Like, let's see what else Spirit wants to say. Like I said, I hope I'm not here for long, okay? Somebody got the nerves to be mad at a catfish here, okay? Nobody made them do a damn thing. Nobody made you do a damn thing. You look crazy. You look silly, goofy. Child. Zombie. Gossip was traveling. Spirit said, gossip was spreading like the native green tree in this bitch here. Okay? It spread like wildfire here. And that was their whole intent. Okay? People were pissed the hell off. To and fro. People were pissed off. Somebody kept making pages and shit about somebody's health. it's time to return this shit to sender here, okay? Somebody's ass is going to jail, okay? And if this is not a physical jail, this is a man-made hell in which they will stay. Shit is real out here. You cannot be talking crazy on certain people's names. You shouldn't do it to anybody here, okay? But there's a certain level of karma that's attached to certain people. You came for a divine feminine or divine masculine here. Shit is about to get real. Now you're trying to get your story straight. You can't. The story is you fell for a lie and you sabotage your whole life because of it here. That's the story. There's nothing else that you can say. The fuck? Empath, intuitive, psychic, clairvoyant. Somebody could have even targeted you guys because of your gifts here. You know, they came up with this grandiose scheme. Oh, workplace, child, what is going on here? They came up with this scheme. So, fire sign could be significant. You could be a fire sign. So people would look at you funny, okay? Like you were a fake. Workplace here. Somebody could have spreaded this lie in the workplace. Let's see what's going on. Manifesting sleep, spiritual fatigue, wishful thinking, burnout, and nap here. Yeah, somebody could have even used this lie to get someone fired here, okay? Somebody could have said somebody was sleeping on the job. Like something is real dumb, okay? But, you know, figuratively speaking, somebody was sleeping on the job here, okay? There was rockabye baby sleep when they were approached with this catfish ass lie, okay? Date night is kind of in the reverse. It came up sideways. Yeah, you never dated somebody. Maybe a fire sign, and somebody is shook about that here, okay? Because the heartbeat eagle is here. Somebody wanted to put a death to your raw, organic, natural, and authentic nature, your character, your integrity here, okay? This was an attack on your reputation, your character. That's what this was about. And somebody ate it up, and now they're trying to get their story straight. They can't. They have to suffer the consequences here, okay? Date night shook. You never dated somebody. A fire sign here, okay? Like, get real. Again, you could be a fire sign. You never dated somebody. I was looking dumb. I was looking dumb. Local, okay? Yeah, this was going on in your local town. Somebody could be from a small town or a small city or something, child. Yeah, now the cover up man and the clean up woman. Oh, you got some nerve. Somebody don't want to, face the consequences here. They're trying to cover something up, okay? They're trying to cover something up. Fire sign here. Yeah, because the heat is on here, okay? They're feeling the heat. They're feeling the heat, honey. Somebody's under fire. Why? Because somebody has to be held accountable for starting this wildfire here, okay? Yeah.
Someone has to be accountable for starting
a
witch
hunt. Somebody's in
hunt.
fight or flight mode, okay? And they don't have no spirit team to back them up. It landed on even your spirit guide quit here.
Yeah.
Whoever was faking. This is somebody here who was pretending to not give a damn. That you don't F with them no more, or that you broke up with them. They weren't
going on like
open-hearted. Yeah, this person was cold. Maybe they were never even
he had no heart. He's got no heart.
Companion here, but
literally.
They were pretending. Okay? If they didn't care, why did they go as far as spreading this gossip here? Stop, please. Their whole ass is getting exposed here. They got the nerve to be in fight or flight here. They don't have no backup. They don't have no spiritual backup here. Okay? Ancestors, don't have no ancestors here. Okay? They don't have any backup, honey. Okay? They have no backup, child. All right, let's see what else they want to say about this situation here, because, honey, I'm already done. Fake profile here. Somebody could have been spreading a gossip from a fake profile here. Okay? Coward ass. Okay? Yeah, villain vibes. A villain. Somebody who dedicated, committed to themselves to being a villain in your life here. Okay? Yeah. But for some reason, somebody didn't pick up on that. If somebody is spreading a lie from behind a profile here, flags should be going off, okay? Your antennas should be going off here, okay? Because why you can't say it with your whole chest? consequence. Somebody's ass is going to jail, okay? It keeps coming out. Like, what? A villain? Somebody who wants to play a villain. They thought something was funny, hiding behind a fake profile, okay? Viciously attacking somebody's reputation, character, and integrity here. Your dumb ass is going to jail, okay? And whoever helped you. Shit is real out here. Court date. Get ready. Lies were detected. Had motherfuckers living in a fantasy world here. Now people are getting canceled and they're trying to get their story straight. You live and you learn is what Spirit is saying. You live and you learn. Trusted friend. Somebody trusted a friend that was gossiping about you. Okay? Again, so this was a trusted source here. Okay? There's no mask here, just the rare kind of connection where someone can be 100% real. So they feel like, oh, this person here, they keep it real. They wouldn't lie. They keep it real. Now somebody's at their boiling point here. Okay? Pressure has been building for too long. This situation's one spark away from a full-blown combustion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet, because something's not adding up.
My ancestors literally weaved in petrol in them court documents. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing, mate. You cannot tell me nothing. 3D or 5D, I know them court papers went in there and they were heavyweight. And yet still, I'm not getting the outcomes I should
Somebody's
get.
finding out that these real receipts were fake the whole time.
It's okay.
Oh, please. I cannot.
It's okay. They've told me it's okay, so it's okay. I'm not going to say another word.
Like, I don't know why.
But from a 3D perspective, it's triggering, I can't lie. But I'm not going to say another word.
With this program, honey. But they're zombies, is what Spirit is saying. They're zombies. You can't expect much from them here, okay? They're open to be programmed here, okay? They're open to be programmed. They're available, okay? And again, you know, these are people here who didn't really care for you. They ran with it. They took off here, all right? It was teeth. But now somebody's tongue is burning here, okay? What else is going on here? Seriously. Boiling point here. So somebody trusted a friend here that was gossiping here, okay? A false claim. Yeah, I'm getting hot, honey. What is really going on? Now somebody's no longer talking is what I'm seeing. Okay, somebody done cut off communication here. Yeah, and they want to escape. They want to escape here, okay? The nerve of this shit starter to want to escape. Or the people that were on the receiving end and ate it up here, okay? Somebody was stirring that spoon, honey, and these people had their mouths wide open here, like children, okay? Taking in whatever somebody was going to feed them here, right? Bad news. Somebody's getting bad news and they want to escape, okay? The bad news is the truth. The bad news is the truth here. Somebody's ancestors, spirit guides, are hanging somebody here, okay, for this vicious gossip here. Somebody's in fight or flight here because you're held in honor. What's going on here? Somebody's in fight or flight here because their honor is under scrutiny here. They're realizing that they were dealing with a puppet master here, okay? I say it's hot, honey. Woo, shit. Digital detox, lost in the virtual world and neglects real life relationships here. Yeah, somebody was in a fantasy world, okay? Honor. Somebody here could have been intimidated by you, okay? Some type of status or position that you always already saw the impact psychic clairvoyance here. Again, like they had to say something drastic to make you look crazy, to debunk everything that you had going on here, okay? That's what I'm getting. Like it made them nervous. This could be a third party. This could be an ex or a family member here, all right? Piss poor, empathetic. Now they're stressed out here, okay? They're stressed out here. This person has been left high and dry, okay? High and dry, honey, all right? Distraction in the reverse here, So, yeah, this trusted friend is no longer able to distract someone. I was naive to think that fleeting affairs could ever take the place of a genuine connection. Distracted and nearly causing irreversible mistakes. Yeah, it's not nearly. Somebody caused an irreversible mistake, okay? An irreversible mistake between you and them. Yeah. So this could have been a third party that was, it could be a third party and an ex here, okay? You could have had an ex that maybe even caught something from a third party here, but they said they got it from you. And it's like, bitch, how? Sick people get people sick. Healthy people don't get people sick here, okay? That's a scenario that I'm getting. And again, with a trusted friend here, like somebody had a person on a pedestal is what I'm getting with the honor and the fight or flight. They thought that this was someone that they could trust. This person was a distraction here, but it has backfired here, all right? Trying to distract them from the truth. Trying to distract them from a valuable connection here, okay, that was very important in their life. Child, ultimatum in the reverse, child, please. That's a bad card to get in the reverse, honey. Because it says activates during emergencies and signals imminent action here, which means that this has been stripped. Somebody does not even have an opportunity to activate a damn thing regarding an emergency here, okay? Triggers alerts and prompts quick decision making. The decision has already been made. Imposes an irrevocable choice with severe consequences. And that's where we're at. Severe consequences here. Ultimatum in the reverse. Somebody didn't even consider somebody's intent here. Okay, I'm hearing the backstory. What was really going on here. Okay? That's what I'm getting. And they were trying to make this stick. Like they put a lot of effort into it, honey. Making endless sacrifices for someone who doesn't appreciate it. A hopeless cycle of exertion and defeat here, okay? Endlessly pushing a boulder up the hill only for it to roll back down. Like they put in all this work, honey, okay? To make something stick. And now they're at the moment where it's about to steamroll them on the way back, on the way down, and they've been left high and dry. Lonely, okay? Child, what is really going on here? Let's get some information on these consequences, and then I'm out. Because I'm not about to read about these children, all right? I ain't got time. Put some tarot in here, okay? Somebody's cutting a lot of people off here, all right? Now they want to escape. They want to escape. Somebody wants to escape the truth, okay? They're trying to get their story straight. Ace of Pentacles. Somebody also wanted an opportunity to be held back from you here, okay? That's why they told such a damning lie, okay? King of Pentacles. They wanted the King of Pentacles to hold back from you here. This could have been a new offer here, okay? No love lost, honey, all right? Because I always say, when you want to come into a union with somebody, again, they don't have to be all spiritual and psychic, but they need to have some level of discernment here, okay? Discernment is key. So whoever held back from you based on a lie, too bad. It's their loss, okay? And that's my personal opinion. Take it how it resonates here. Yeah, 8 of Wands. This person, maybe they want to come towards you, or somebody's stressed out.
Sorry, I just want to point out something. You see how she's clarifying what is her personal opinion and what is information she's getting from downloads. Okay, so she's just using start with the pack of tarot cards, which are traditional pack of tarot cards. So when she says we're going to do some traditional cards, she's talking about traditional cards that either are the Rider-Waite, which I spoke about in my last video, or there's some other designs, but they're designed in the Rider-Waite, but people have been a little bit more creative with the designs on the card. Okay, first and foremost. So when she took that pack and she started to shuffle that pack of cards, she was still getting intuitive downloads. She was still talking even though she had no cards to read from yet. Yeah, so that's what we talk about, a download. She's getting information, she's talking. And then as she's talking, she says something else and she clarifies, that's just my personal opinion. What I just said is my personal opinion. All right, because it's very important that when we're analysing this research project, if you like, we need to be researching every single detail on it. We need to be researching myself and the different personalities that I go into on a 3D level. My shamanic stuff when I'm coming in and the ancestors just take over, and perhaps I'm making sounds or I'm dancing in a particular way, etc. That's shamanic takeover, like spiritual takeover. Then you've got the spiritual downloads that I communicate with. Yeah, and then you've got the tarot readers confirming what I'm feeling already. So what I'm saying is, if she's saying that a lawyer and a judge was involved, she doesn't know me. She doesn't know my story. But I've already shared with you that there was a lawyer and a judge involved on a 3D level because I'm in court proceedings. And then on a 5D level, I've disclosed that in my bedroom there was spiritual judges, and also the lawyer. She didn't enter my room, but she was outside of the chambers, if you like. But I was aware that she was there spiritually. And then you've got a third person now talking about things happening in court, but the only way that information would have passed is if the lawyer was dodgy and the judge was dodgy. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. We're not looking at that for the PhD, but we are looking at that with regards to the information that's coming out with this PhD, just to clarify.
Person, maybe they wanted to come towards you here, or they wanted to communicate with you, honey, but they held back, child. Because somebody said that you had something. I just saw the judgment card. Yeah, it could be a King of Wands here. It could be somebody who was bitter that they couldn't get with you here, okay? Yep, Two of Swords. Communication was blocked, all right? Sun card. And now the sun is out. You done turned your back. You don't give a damn who believed what, okay? Because the Queen of Swords, this is someone who knows their worth, okay? Now they're getting this epiphany here after the fact, the cover-up man and the clean-up woman. Now somebody is seeing what they were trying to cover up, okay? Which is who you truly were. Somebody is now trying to cover up this entire scandal here, but see, the sun is here, okay? You were the sun. Yeah, and honey, look, you turned your back on some lies. You give a shit what somebody had going on here, all right? It doesn't matter how many times you repeat a lie. You can go to the highest mountaintop, the highest rooftop, and yell it, okay? It does not matter. It's still not going to make it true, okay? I picked up in a previous reading that someone was going to be called to court, and there was going to be some testing here. Like something was just that deep, okay? Again, maybe if you're having to sue somebody here, you're going to be willing to take a test, okay? Tell the truth, shame the devil energy here. Capricorn energy here. Somebody was pulling the strings. Some of you guys could have cut off a Capricorn here. Yeah, messy. King of Cups energy here. On this card, it's like this person is stirring the pot. Okay.
I just want to clarify one more thing too, because knowing my ex-husband's birth details, I was able to pull up his birth record. So if you go to Asherah, put in your birthday, put in the area that you was born in, and whatever details. It will tell you where your planet placements are. So it would say that your sun is in, if you're born in August at the beginning, your sun will be in Leo, your moon might be in Gemini, your ascended might be in Aquarius, and then you've got all these other placements, your Venus, your Mars, etc. As well as you've got placements in 12 houses. And they're called 12 houses because they represent each of the 12 zodiac signs. Even though there's 13, we won't discuss it now, but they represent the 12 zodiac signs. So if my first house is Scorpio, then my second house is Sagittarius. But in a proper diagram, the first house is always Aries. Aries is the first house. Aries is the first zodiac sign. That I am. That's what Aries is. I am. It's that I am masculine king. Well, not necessarily king, because it's neither masculine or feminine. It's godlike, basically. It's I am. So you count your houses from where your sun house is. But we also have something called a south node and a north node. Okay, and these are very, very important because they tell us who we are or were and what we're ascending to. So for example, my south node is Capricorn. Capricorn in tarot is depicted as the devil card. Yeah, so my Capricorn was where I was, and where I've ascended to, as in my my north node is Cancer. Yeah? With my ex-husband, his south node is Aquarius and his north node is Capricorn. So what that means is that his journey is to become the devil, because that's what the Capricorn represents. Okay, so I will accept readings that talk about a Cancer, because that's where I'm heading. Cancer represents the mother and Capricorn represents the father. Yeah, that's what those energies are depicted within tarots. So my ex-husband is becoming the father and I am becoming the mother. But the father, in terms of a devil-like quantity. So the Capricorn is very materialistic. They're chasing money. They're chasing all earthly bounds, earthly materials. Sorry, not earthly. Earthly materials. Yeah, whereas the Cancer is the mother energy that she's looking to nurture, she's looking to support, she's looking to help. Okay. So society, as in certain people that rule the world, if you like, they call the disease cancer, and they've called it cancer for a reason, so that people see cancer in a negative light. If you see cancer, you more time think of cancer or perhaps a crab or perhaps the star sign, but usually you think of the word cancer. There's a reason why cancer is called cancer, because it could have been called absolutely anything else, but it's not. It's called cancer because it wants to depict the mother energy as something horrible, as something nasty. You know what I mean? So similar to what the world has done to cancer, me being a Cancer, these community of people, these family and friends, etc., have tried to act as if I am a Cancer. And they've dealt with me in ways like they're trying to destroy me, like they're trying to, flush me out with some leukemia medicine, if you like. But basically the bottom line is I just wanted to clarify that I accept Scorpio and Cancer, and I also accept Libra because I've got a lot of Libra in my chart. Yeah? So I will accept those star signs or any messages around those star signs. I will tend to accept, as in, or listen to rather, pay attention to. And then on the flip side, even though my ex-husband's sun sign is a Leo, because his north node is Cancer, I will accept Leo and Cancer. But also, because his south node, I think I said already, if I made a mistake then fair enough, but his south node is in, what did I say? I'm sure, I hope I said Aquarius. Okay, if I didn't, then I hope I did. Because as far as I'm concerned, when I've written it down, I've got Aquarius down. So I will accept Aquarius, Leo and Cancer when there are references, especially if those references align with my experiences. All right, just another clarification.
It was a few men that were really invested into this lie. And they're having a tower. They're having a tower here, okay? Because somebody is seeing this person's true nature and their hidden agenda, like, goddamn, who is that scorned and bitter to tell such a lie like this here, okay? Somebody could have literally caught something from a karmic, okay? This person destroyed their life here, okay? And they started gunning for divine feminine or divine masculine, taking how it resonates here, okay? Yeah. Like, make it make sense. They wanted all the smoke with you. They don't have no smoke for who actually gave them for whatever they gave. And somebody, for some of you guys, this person don't know where they got it from, okay? They was all over the place here. Yeah, you walked away, you left somebody's ass in a tower. That was your justice. That was your justice, okay? You left this person in a tower. Now they want to apologize. You're gone. You're gone. Because they're feeling like the child that they are. Seriously. This could be the person that told the lie. And this could be also people who believed it here. You're gone. You're elevated. Okay? You live and you learn. Last spread. Okay? Damn, somebody still having a tower. They could be having 3 towers could be hitting, okay? Knight of Wands energy here, all right? Judgment with the Page of Wands. I can't make it up. Somebody said that they dated you, honey. And now it's getting back to this timeline where this is someone you rejected here. Okay, they said that they dated you. They're under judgment here for this confusion here, for this communication here, all right? Somebody could be commuting. It also comes up like you guys travel together, or they traveled to see you, or they flew you out, some shit like that. It's blowing up here. You never dated this fool, okay? Said that y'all had a good time. God, please. All right, collective, that has been a reading. Thanks for watching my channel, Journey to Row. Bye.
Oof. Okay, so that's just putting a little bit of the esoteric community and experiences into perspective. And as I said, it's, I know that I'm chatting stuff, but there's also other people chatting stuff. And right about now, my ancestors are saying to me that it's time to put the record straight. Yeah? It's time to put the record straight. So this is putting the record straight. So we've got a reading that says, your discernment is sharp. Confirmation about a work situation.
Something good is going to happen for you. That's why you've been experiencing all of this spiritual warfare, because whenever the Heavenly Father is on the verge of moving some stuff around, He's moving some stuff around on your behalf in order to.
This is, you're going all the way this time. Something good is going to happen. And it's by someone called Everyday Church Life. This was done 13 days ago. So I tend to not read readings that are that far away. Don't get me wrong, if the title is spot on, imagine the title has got one of my tattoos on there. So for example, if it says something like trust the process, because I've got that marked on my body, I will even if there's 13 days, even if it's a year, I will click on it because there's something about it that resonates with me. All right, so my ancestors are always giving clues that they talk through the television, they talk through music, they talk through the birds, they talk through the trees, they talk through colors, they talk through smells, they talk through sounds. Like I said, the burping, the bibbing of a car, the ambulance going by, all of that is giving me intel. It doesn't all just come through my brain or through my ears, a different one too, but it doesn't all just come through my brain. It's not all thought. It's coming from multiple different ways. I hear voices. I hear voices in my mind, as in thoughts, but I also hear voices and the information comes through my ear. Yeah? So I know the difference between celestial voices and entity voices because they come in through different elements. One comes in through the brain and one comes in through the ear. And then my skin, as I mentioned earlier on, my skin will act like a device too, because our skin is nanotechnology. I said it in one of my earlier videos. Our skin is nanotechnology. Okay, it's an organ. We know that. Our science books do tell us that the skin is the largest organ. Look at the organs in the body, the heart, the brain, the lungs, the kidney. All our organs in our bodies have major functioning responsibilities, whereas our skin just looks like it covers our body, which, don't get me wrong, is a huge responsibility. They said get out orange. I always do as I'm told, like a little girl. I'm like a little girl with spirit. That when they tell me to do something, I do it straight away. If my mum and dad tell me to do something, it depends if I want to do it. If I want to do it, then I will do it. Because I don't think I was a bad girl growing up. I think I was a good girl growing up. This is my inner child coming through. She wants to say something, so I'm just going to let her. But I was a good girl. I think I was a good girl anyway. I was feisty. I know I was feisty. I had lots to say, but I said a lot. I could have said more, to be fair, but I didn't. I was definitely feisty. And it wasn't even really feisty. It was just talking what I saw. It was just perceived to be feisty because I'm a pitney at the end of the day, innit? You know what I mean? So that's what it is. When you're a pitney, you're a pitney. And pitney business is pitney business. And big people business is big people business. I know the difference. Because I had that conversation in my room with a guy called Gilroy, a woman called Yvonne, and a guy called Michael, but we call him Mike, my old boss. He's the next one. Oh my God. So his responsibility is to appraise my ex-husband. So appraisal is what a head teacher goes through. So you see like how a head teacher and a deputy will assess the staff members and they put them on something called a performance review. This is Asherah. They put them on a performance review, and they will review how well they've done that year. Have they met their targets? Have they whatever. So the same thing happens to people like me and my ex-husband, who are head teachers. But you can't expect the teacher or the deputy to appraise the head teacher. You need somebody higher. Yeah, somebody higher in a higher perceived authority. So you need someone like someone's either who's got a significant education background, and they're an educational advisor. Like that's what Mike was basically. He was now an education advisor. He worked for like DFE and other organisations. So he's been a big wig in his time. So because he comes with all that ammunition and gunpowder behind him, he qualifies to assess my ex-husband as a head teacher. So that's I don't know how Suchman met him, but that's the guy. So anyway, I was in Suchman's office one time, and Mike was coming to see him because he was getting ready to have his appraisal and whatever else. And my ex-husband introduced me to him and was like, yo, you should give my wife a job, man. She's sick. So Mike was like, all right, well, turn over your CV and I'll have a look at it. And then we got talking because I was still in the office. And then he was like, you know what? I'll just interview you. I'll just arrange your interview straight up and just bring all your stuff with you. So I did. So he interviewed me with his boss. They worked for Achievement for All at that time. So I'm being interviewed to work for a company called Achievement for All, which go into schools and do like education consultancy. So not only had I done my Ofsted shadowing qualification, where I learned how to assess schools going through Ofsted inspections. So that gave me some really amazing skills. But now I was going into like this education arena, bad boy, and I was going to learn more skills, which I was really excited about. So that's how I met Mike. And then me and Mike became friends because he's a very smart white man, and I like talking to smart people. So we're just talking. I like absorbing information and his leadership style, and I'd started going to him for advice. So even before I took the job at a school in Birmingham, Small Heath Leadership Academy, even before I took that job, I sat down with Mike first and discussed it, because obviously I was working for Achievement for All at the time too, but we were just kind of discussing it. So anything kind of major work related, I'd chop it up with Mike. And then sometimes me and Mike I started going to his flat. Like, he doesn't live in Birmingham, but he had a flat in Birmingham in Moseley. So I'd meet him at the flat and I'd go there, and me and him would smoke. We'd sit down all night, smoking, drinking and chatting. You know what I'm saying? It was really good company, and he enjoyed my company too. You know what I mean? He's got a wife and child. I've got a husband, but we just, our conversations are really good, and we laugh. I laugh. You know what I mean? It's really good. So anyway, one time when I think we met at the Scott Arms pub by me. When he dropped me home, he says he put a proposal to me, like a sexual proposal, and I was so disgusted. Honestly, I gave him the telling off of his fucking life. You know what I'm saying? But not only are you a married man, you know I'm a married woman, and you know my husband. How disrespectful is that? I cussed him up. I really did lay into him, you know. I really did, man. It felt like a little boy. So we never spoke for a few months. And then he called me, you know what I'm saying, and asked if we could meet up. And I was like, well, you know, let me hear what he's got to say. I didn't even tell my ex-husband what had happened, because I didn't want it to kind of affect their relationship, because they had a really, really good relationship. And two, nothing happened. Do you know what I mean? He just got a little carried away with himself, because I get it. It's my energy. I can't help it. I really can't. Honestly, it doesn't matter what I do. Even if I've got a jogger and jumpers on, it really doesn't matter. I've just got a different type of energy, and it oozes out of me, and it makes people feel a particular way. So I could understand where he was coming from. You know what I mean? I didn't even know that he was into like black girls. So I said it to him. I didn't even know he was into black girls. He said, what are you talking about? Hilarious. So he started to tell me stories about certain black girls that he dated. I thought, what? Magic Mike, you know. He's so funny, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. He loves smoking weed. He was a weed man. Fucking hell, chatting business now, innit? Man's a weed man. Man's an old posh white man, you know, well up in his blood clot 60s, man. I'm telling you, he can't put down the ganja. You can't put, but that's the kind of personality that he was. He just had. As much as he was a white man, he didn't come across like a black man. He didn't talk like black or anything like that. He was a white man. He was a very posh, sophisticated white man with his little Armani watch. You know what I'm saying? His Armani G's. Yeah. But anyway, we used to go for dinner. Nearly every month, and if there was a conference on with Achievement for All, they would pay for our hotel. So we'd stop at the same hotel. Well, that was another time later on when he didn't put it on me, but I'll tell you about it. He definitely didn't put it on me because he knew fucking better than that. But I could feel him, if that makes sense. But anyway, coming back to this story, and why are we talking about Mike? It's necessary. Okay, it is necessary because Mike was in this room. Just before I got admitted into hospital, Mike was in this room. So he is part of this whole fucking psychedelic experience that I had. Yeah, which is medically termed as an acute psychosis episode. So that's why I'm very much aware of, I'm assessing my own mental health at the moment, as well as I'm assessing my awakening into shamanism. And that's why I'm jumping in and out of multiple different personalities, because I'm a multi-dimensional being. So today I had my session with my shamanic teacher, and I was able to record a little bit of that and you guys to hear what she's got to say, so that you can see that when I talk like this with her, she's like, yeah, fucking hell, yeah, absolutely, absolutely, because she sees the world like that too. She's a shaman. She's a practicing shaman for over 12 years. You know what I mean? She goes Peru and everything. We're going. I'm so excited. We were just talking about it and everything, man. It's going to be, it's so brilliant because it's just a small group of us when usually it's like 12, 13 people. But anyway, so Mike, let me not get sidetracked. Thank you. So we'd go out for dinner and he'd take me to some of the most wonderfulest, beautifulest places. Honestly, I always enjoy going out with Mike. I never picked up the bill. I could have, most likely I offered, but I don't know, I can't even honestly say I did offer, to be fair, but that would be very unlike me, to be fair. But I think Mike just made me feel like a woman in that way. Does that make sense? Whereas my ex-husband definitely didn't necessarily make me feel like that. Do you know what I mean? He's looking half the blood clot money and he ain't doing fuck all. But anyway, let's not go there. So Mike. So I used to feel like an absolute princess. Like I said, we used to go for these dinner things, but I'd always smoke a little bit too much weed or have a little bit too much drink. And also, I'm working, so I'm tired, and I'm also raising 7 kids, and I've got a sick husband, to bear with me, because he always used to laugh at me for falling asleep sometimes. You know what I mean? But now that I say that, why was I falling asleep often? But anyway, one time I fell asleep. We went out. He said, I'm going to take you to a really nice place. My friend's got a place around the corner. We're going to walk it down. So we did, and he took me to this Michelin style restaurant. And it was a really nice restaurant, and they even make their own gin and alcohol around the back there. But I never laughed so much. It was my first time going to this type of Michelin style restaurant, man. And it's a good job I weren't too hungry. That's all I'm going to say. It's a good job I weren't that hungry, because I'm telling you now, yeah, that would not have been cute. So we're there now, and we're chatting. And they're thinking, like, with every course, as in you get your first little starter, there's a different wine to try, because that's the package that he's brought, innit? You get wine, you get like 7 wines and 7 liquid dinners, but they're not even dinners. So for example, the third course come out and it said salad. The third course come out and it said salad. You know what came out? A little plant pot with cress growing out of the actual dirt. I had to pick my own cress to eat it. On the menu it said salad. These people are taking their piss. What the fuck? Salad, you know? Lord, man, I swear to God. So I'm howling with laughter. And then Mike's got something on his plate. Imagine if it was fish and chips. Imagine if on the menu it said fish, chips, mushy please, and tartar sauce. Imagine that's what it said on the menu. What came out was half a chip, with a bit of fish on it, with a bit of green pea, you know, mushy peas, and a little bit of tartar sauce on a fork. That came out on a fork. There was one bite. And Mike put it in his mouth, and I swear now for about 30 minutes, this nigga chewed it. Assessing all the flavours he said it was. I swear to God, I had so much fun. I really did, man. But like I said, we used to go on all these, you know, fun drives out because the workplace permitted it. We used to drive around and go to lots of different schools and help them out, speak to the governors, speak to the chair people, speak to the senior leadership team, and then we'd devise a plan of what action we're going to take and what particular element of the school wants to look at. One particular school I remember Mike, and he would always come to my first day with me and make sure that I've settled in. And I'd be driving out far, you know. I'd be driving out Nottingham. I used to have to go to Nottingham nearly every month, and it's a mission because you used to have to be there before 8 o'clock in the morning so that you can see how the school conducts its transition in the morning. How do the children line up? Is the corridors noisy? Is it calm? Is it whatever? So you, as a consultant, you have to get a really good understanding of the school, and the only way to do that is to really observe and analyze and study the school's culture. So I've gone through all these different schools. So when I say that I can drive up by a school and determine whether or not it's good, outstanding, inadequate, or whatever, I really can. I can feel the energy because I also was trained by a man named Salim, who was an Ofsted inspector. And honestly, the time I spent with him was invaluable. And he spent when I was at King Solomon School as the principal, I called Salim. I spoke to him for how long? Because he, you know, there was some whatever. But and I was like, yo, Salim, I'm at this school, man, and I swear down it's on fire. Can you pop down? He said, no problem, I'll be down there. I said, just send me an invoice with your price. I gave the invoice to the chair, Siobhan, and she was cool with it. Yeah, get him down here. So because I knew his approach, he had given it to me, and it's called the Fantastic Four. I had already had my staff, because as principal, I'm responsible for secondary education and staff, senior leadership team and staff. I'm responsible for primary senior leadership and staff, and I'm responsible for early years. So I'm managing those 3 phases. And even though it's supposed to be me and Gilroy's job was more about capturing the hearts and the minds of people. It weren't the paperwork. Yeah, that's fine. I thought we made a brilliant duo because I was the kind of like the bad cop, getting everybody, no, we need this, I need that, there's a deadline, blah, 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 blah. And Gilroy was just smiling with everybody and making everybody's morale high. And you need that, especially when the pressure's on. So it's a good duo. But it wasn't supposed to be that way. I should have just been the principal by myself. And then Siobhan pulled a U-turn and said she wants to interview. She told me that I basically got the job. Now they want to interview for the job. Now there's a woman there that she likes, and she wants me to co-principal with her. So I've been co-principaling with Gilroy, but now she wants me to co-principal with my girl. So Mike's like, no, that's not right. Because like I said, he's always got my back. He's always in the background. He even come to the meeting with me. You know what I mean? He's always had my back. I can't lie. You know what I mean? He's been there for me. He really has. Yeah, I can't say that about many people, but you see, like now I've been thinking about it and I'm deep in it because I don't think I actually appreciate it. Mike, if you're listening, thank you. Because you did make me feel like a princess, and you did always have my back, and you always gave good advice, and you always made sure that in my terms and conditions with these schools, and when I'm setting my terms, because 2 schools are fighting over me to become their Senko, it's like this is you now. You can say whatever you want to say. You know what I mean? And I did. And I went in there and I said what I wanted to say, and I felt so good. And I was like, I had to phone him straight away as soon as I come out the head teacher's office from the interview, which is a big room because obviously there's a board table because SLT sit around it. And I was like, yo, Mike, you know, not yo, but you know, I was on the phone to Mike, and he was like, yeah, good. You know what I mean? Yeah, good. Mike. Okay. From a spiritual perspective then, Mike, going into what happened in 2024 before I went into the mental hospital, Mike was in this room. The same guy that I've just told you about was in this room, but he was in this room in his astral projection form. But to me, he just looked like he was in his physical form. But I also know he wasn't in this room, but he was, if you get me. And he was giving me weed to smoke. yeah, which is not abnormal, so I didn't think anything of it. But what was abnormal is that he was sitting next to me, but he was wearing my son's clothes. So he had on black jeans and a red, gold and green string vest, which is what Mick was wearing at the time. But I've spoke to my son after, and obviously a whole year's gone by since then, more than a year, because that was in March, and obviously we're at the end of the year now. And he's saying, no, Mum, I don't remember sitting on the floor with you. So I can't say that it was my son and then I just thought it was somebody else. My son is saying, no, I wasn't in the room when all that was going on. I don't remember that. And there's lots that he does know and obviously witnessed and remember. So I believe that he's not going to say no if it's a yes. But there was definitely somebody next to me right here where I'm looking with black trousers and a red, gold and green top. But the man's face was a white man and it was Mike. I knew that. I didn't feel threatened. I didn't feel afraid. I knew this man, and what me and this man was doing was smoking marijuana, and I knew that's what me and this man did. You know what I'm saying? I'd go to his house, he'd have marijuana, and I'd have a spliff with him. So when I'm on the floor smoking, he's got a mic in his ear that goes to his mouth. So when he's turning to me, I can see this mic and whatever. I'm on the floor lying down. My head, the chest of drawer is at the top there. My head's there and my legs are going down this way. But this bedroom is painted white at the time. Mike's sitting there and he's sitting on his knees. So his feet are behind him and he's sitting on his knees. This is how in detail these memories are for me. Like I'm talking. I can tell you what was on the floor around me because I'm living it. This is a real scene to me. And Mike's got this head thing in his ear and his mic. Someone's talking to him and they want to know what my state of mind is like. Am I high off the weed? Am I functioning while on the weed? Am I still able to communicate while I'm on the weed? So they're asking Mike these questions and Mike is asking me certain questions. I'm giving him my answers, and based on my answers, he's feeding it back to whoever's on the mic, saying she's fucking fine, there's nothing wrong with her. I've given her so much weed and she's still fully conscious and fully aware of what's going on. That's the conversation Mike's having on this earpiece with whoever's outside. Yeah, because there's a lot of police around my house. There was police around my house in the 5D and there was police around my house in the 3D. So when I told my boys that I was talking to police officers out my window, they was like, you wasn't, mummy? The police officers came to the front of the house and even I spoke to one of them, but there was nobody at the back of the house. I said there was. I was in the shower and I was talking to policemen out the window. And they was like, no, Mum. They didn't have any memory of that, so they couldn't confirm that. Do you know when I applied under the Freedom of Information Act for my paperwork from the police? In the paperwork, it read that I was talking to police officers out the bathroom window, and I was like, I knew it. I knew it. Even though my boys in this house believe that it didn't happen, I've now got the paperwork. I can provide the receipts. Yeah, I'm serious. I can provide the receipts from West Midlands Police that confirm police officers were talking to me out the bathroom window and I was telling them I need help. I was saying to them, my doctor has given me some medication. I'm on these protein shakes because I've lost so much weight. You know, my mental health isn't right. I'm going for mental health counselling, but I seem to be just getting through life. But I know something isn't right. I know something isn't right. I'm going through this spiritual awakening and it's pushing me. But the reason why it's pushing me is because there's so much negativity being thrown at me. It's like it's hard. It's powering me up. So I don't want to ascend at the level that I'm ascending. I wouldn't mind taking it slow. But because of everything else coming at me, because of all the licks, because of all the witchcraft, whatever's in me is just getting blown up. And it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like the more I'm getting hit, the more I'm powering up, man. It's like the suit's a power suit. You lick me, boom, powered up, boom. That's what I said when I was in Africa. Anyhow, my dad comes out the bushes because I can feel him. I said, that's it, fuck it, I'm popping wings out my back. That's what I said. I'm popping wings out my back. Because at that point, everything becomes true. So I can fly. Boop. That's what I was thinking. Because 2023, 24, I had a vision. And I was being interviewed on a talk show about all of this, innit? And I was like, yeah. And then she said so, and I'm saying, Spirit, how am I gonna have an interview and all I do is fucking sweat? Because I get so hot when Spirit's with me. This is back in 2022. I was like, I can't be on stage sweating. So them are the stupid things I was worrying about then. Never mind all the stuff that's happened since then. Right? So I'm saying that I'm on this talk show. The woman's talking to me, and all of a sudden I lose contact with the woman. I can hear her voice in the background, but I lose contact with the woman, and I just step. And I've stepped onto like the coffee table in front of me, and I've stepped off the coffee table. And as I've stepped off the coffee table, I've just started to ascend and almost walk in the air. Do you understand me? And the audience, because it's like it's not Oprah, don't get me wrong, but you know, like the studios were Oprah in them, and you can see everybody in their seats at the top there. So that's the audience. So the audience now are looking like to say, what the fuck? But as the audience are looking to say, what the fuck? And I'm starting to kind of ascend up the stairs of the audience, but without touching the stairs. The audience starts to pop off, man. Members of the audience start to bust out into fucking Marvel hero outfits. I'm talking gold wings. You see, listen, because these people did not know that was going to happen to them, and I didn't know it was going to happen to them. The audience fucking didn't know it was going to happen to them. Heads were being sliced off because wings were just coming out. Zoop. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? I don't even know if you do understand me. I'm getting all hot. Sorry, I realise I'm shouting at the thing, but this is what I'm being shown, and it's in real life. Like, it's in real life. I'm at a chat show talking. Why would that not be real? And I'm talking about me, and I can see me, and I'm like, oh yeah, cool. You know what I'm saying? Because I've time jumped. So I'm actually there in time, some space and time. I'm there being interviewed, and I'm quite comfortable, and I know that I'm sitting with the woman. I can feel the fabric of the white sofa that I'm sitting at, the lighting of the audio. I can see the studio men in the background that you don't see when you're watching TV. These guys are dressed in black. You know, I can see the audience. You know what I mean? I can see like the next people that are going to be on after me. There's all these things that I can see. It's real. Like, I can absolutely describe the whole thing. But when as I start to ascend up the school, I literally start to see members of the audience bust out in metal plated. You know what it was like? Is it the Egyptian gods or something? When my man's eyes taken out, the brother or the uncle takes his eyes, and then you got like the little Aladdin boy that managed to go and get the eye and blah blah blah. If you know what I'm on about, where's my phone? Let's do that, because I don't want to say something and then not reference it properly. They said it's called the American Gods. Hello?
Hey there, yes, absolutely. In some spiritual and metaphysical communities, Palladium or the Palladium...
No, we're not on Palladium now. Where are you going with that, Bab? You've been holding on to chat that all this time, babe. We're moving on. You know, there's a movie. Is it called The American Gods? Where the uncle takes the nephew's eyes and kills the father, and you've got Isis, and he cuts off Isis' wings.
Got it, no worries. Yes, you're thinking of American Gods, which is based on Neil Gaiman's novel. The show and the book definitely weave together a lot of mythological elements, including gods like Anansi, and there's a whole bunch of Egyptian mythology.
Oh, no, then it's not that one, because the one that you're talking about, that's got that black man from Hollyoaks, hasn't it?
I see what you mean. There are definitely a few shows and movies that blend mythology and modern storytelling. If you can remember any other details or the name of the movie, let me know and I'll help you figure it out.
Val, this is the thing, you know, this is the second time now I'm going to be using AI and she's going on tutus. Because usually I just talk, sometimes I don't even really give them that much prompt and they produce exactly what I want. But this one seems to be stuttering. Like, I've just given her 2 scenarios about a particular movie. Now, the ancestors said it was called American Gods. But if it's American Gods, what she's just described has that mixed race man in it from Hollyoaks. And if he's not from Hollyoaks, he looks like the guy from Hollyoaks. And then he obviously has that girlfriend and he's on a mission to try and save that girlfriend. But he didn't need to save the girlfriend because I'm sure the girlfriend was committing adultery. But anyway, it had all the gods in it. And that one had in Queen Sheba. Because she kept saying, who am I? Who am I? And it just kept resonating with me. So is that American Gods what I've just described?
I get what you mean. American Gods definitely has a rich blend of different mythologies and characters, and it features a lot of
Repeat the
gods
same
from.
thing. You're gonna repeat it. Does American Gods have Sheba in it, or the succubus, the woman who draws in all of those? There's like an orgy, and she draws in all these bodies, and it's like a black liquid that she's sucking in.
Yes, absolutely. In American Gods, there are definitely characters that embody those kinds of mythological and supernatural elements. There's the character of Bilquis, who is a representation of the Queen of Sheba, and she indeed has those powerful, almost seductive qualities that draw people in. It definitely fits the description you're mentioning.
Okay, but that's not the film I'm referring to then. So is it the Egyptian gods?
Gotcha, that makes sense. There are definitely other shows and movies that dive into Egyptian
No.
mythology.
I'm looking for something particular. I'm looking for a film, the name of a film that the storyline is that the dad's about to almost resign. These are gods, yeah. The dad's about to resign and the son's about to take over, but the uncle comes and intervenes in the coronation, if you like, or the celebration. And the uncle ends up killing the dad, and he ends up taking the eyes out of his nephew, and it's the eyes of the nephew, the vision of the nephew, that makes the nephew the god that he is. And if their dad, as in the main god, is in he's not in heaven, but he's somewhere, and he has to literally fight off this galactic worm or whatever with this rod that he's got in heaven.
I see what you're getting at. That definitely sounds like it's referencing some elements from Egyptian mythology, especially the story of Horus and Set, where Set kills Osiris and then Horus loses his eye. There are also cosmic and divine battles that sound similar.
We know that. We know that it's following Egyptian methodology. I mean, you don't need a PhD to know that. What I'm trying to ascertain is the name of the movie that depicts those mythological stories.
Totally understand. Based on what you described, it sounds a lot like the movie Gods of Egypt. That film definitely features the Egyptian gods.
Thank you. Yeah, the gods of Egypt. Then I was just saying Egyptian gods of Egypt. But that film where you see them, because the uncle's able to like just go like that and his wings come out. And even when it takes all different pieces of all the other gods, you know, it goes around, and that's why he cuts off Isis' wings, because he wants them and he gets them iron gold casted into his armor. And then, you know, the black man who's got multiple brains, that's what I turned into when I was in my room, and I started to my brain started to multiply, and I was like, fucking hell. And this is like spirit. I'm on 54. I keep saying 57 or 54, but I do have it written down. Yeah, it's 54 brains. And they said, no, you're not. You're on 97. You get what I'm trying to say? But I was just tapping into all these electronic neurons that was going out and finding data and bringing it back. Sorry. Confirmation. And that's what that man in the Gods of Egypt is about. Is one black man. And then there's hundreds of him just walking around, and he's having conversations with himself. But don't think that everybody is not connected into the one man that's talking to the actual man that's come to see him. Because when the man who comes to see him says something, and my man goes, every single man in that room, black man, multiple times, stops and says, everybody's connected. They're all linked to one consciousness. That's the reality. That's what was going on for me in this room. So anyway, that's why I wanted to get to that point. I wanted to explain that movie so that I could explain those characters. So if you imagine the armor, and if you can't, just Google it or YouTube it just on that scene. Their armor is made out of some really powerful titanium, gold, whatever. Yeah, we're talking about Wakanda forever shit. And that's what it looked like in the audience when these people were popping out of their bodies and into their bodies were transforming from just flesh to now metallic. So that brings me back to a story where a 3D story where I was dating. I dated 5 guys after my husband. Yeah, so between 2020 to 2023, May, five guys came in my life. Some for a little while, some for a little longer, some in and out, whatever. But there was lessons to learn. Okay, big lessons to learn. And I am very, very grateful for the lessons that I've learned, because it's made me the woman I am today. But this particular one, who I call Trigger 2, so this is the second one that came in. The first one that came in was a high priest, voodoo man. He taught me everything that I know about voodoo. Okay, graveyard magic, witchcraft. I had seen some of it before, because my friend Alex, who I told you about on another video, introduced me to the main Obeah man in Handsworth. And he really, really, really wanted to deal with me. I took my mum to his shop, because he's got a herbal shop, and my mum had been poisoned by something. I was like, listen, mum, I met a man the other day. He's got a herbal shop. Maybe he's got something on the shelf that he can help you. And I was in and out of the shop because I was still on work time. And was certain people calling me and just checking out certain things. So I was on the phone. So I didn't get to hear the whole argument between him and my mum. But basically, when I went back into the shop, he was singing, "Mommy, I like your daughter. Mommy, me want there with your daughter." I don't know, something. So my mum just looked at me, and my mum just gave her little plastic smile, which I know it's not a negative. She's just letting you know, yeah. So I'm like, okay, it's time to go. So as I'm like, oh, it's time to go, Pauline turns up. So who's Pauline? Pauline is a palm reader. She's a palm reader. I've not seen her use cards, but she is an intuitive reader. So she would just sit down there and chat your business to you. Do you understand me? And Alex has says to me, she's really good. So she come in the shop and sat next to my mum. So now Dalton is behind his till. My mum is sitting down by the window, and this lady Pam is sitting next to her. But I about to go back out and take a call. So I'm not involved in that conversation. Come to think of it, it's the three of them in there until I get back in there. And then when I get back in there, we haven't long gone, because I have to ask my man to quickly whip up the herbs, and so we can get on our way. So he's give me the herbs, but I don't think my mum ever took it, to be fair. And she didn't really go involved into too much of the conversation. But when I did go back in, while my man was whipping up the herbs, Pauline was giving my mum a reading, but it wasn't a reading. She was just reading her. So I only come in and caught the tail of the argument. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't catch it. And if I did catch it, bring it so I can chat it. You understand? But as I walked in, she's basically gone to me like, you've had some issues with your hair. Because at that time, being with my ex-husband, like I said, it was just sucking the life out of me, and I was losing my hair. And she said, listen, your hair's gonna fall out again, but don't worry about it. It will grow back, and it will grow back nicer. And I said, grow back nicer. The way that it's grown back now, it's so nice and pretty. Like, my hair has been able to grow back to here, and I've got it ringleted and everything, and curled down. And because of like the different genetics in my own body, I don't need to perm my hair. I just need to just run the hot comb through it, and it will look like weave. You know what I'm saying? That's what my hair used to be like. And I was like, no, I don't want it to drop out again. I'm happy with this. And she said, nah. And she was right. It then fell out and then grew back, and it literally grew back just before my waist. It was a different type of hair again. I was like, fuck it hell. And then I went to one hairdresser that's linked to my ex thingy, and she dried out my hair. My nan said, let her. And my hair started to cut out again, the long hair, and I thought, you know what, I can't be asked to lose it again. I'm just gonna dread it. I always wanted dreads, but I felt like I couldn't have dreads because of my profession. Like being in schools, because my mum had always said, I wanted to be a lawyer when I left school. My mum was like, you can't be a lawyer, have dreads. You can't have a gold teeth and have dreads. Listen, you see, when I did my work experience at 15 in Birmingham Crown Court, I met a barrister, and the barrister had dreads and gold teeth. I couldn't wait to run back to my mother yard to tell her, hey, I thought you said, mum, you told me that can't happen, and guess what? The divine showed me it can. They made sure there was a dread there with gold teeth just for me to see you can be anything you want to be. You know what I mean? So my ancestors have always proven my mum wrong. My mum has always said things. Asherah, when I started to go out with the kids' dad when I was 13, she said, I can't have a man at school because man and book don't mix. You can't do one and the other together. You know what I'm saying? And I said, nah. Sorry, but my pum-pum don't rule me. What do you mean man and book can't mix? I said, I don't think so, mum. Yeah, I'm trying to say you can mix man with book. And she said, carry on. She always used to go, to me. Like to say, in Patwa in Jamaican means like queer, guano, you will see, or I hope you fall, when you fall flat on your face, the one little can have so many meanings, and it can cut through. You guys trying to say, but it can't cut me, Janet. It can't cut me, and it never did cut me, Mom. For all that you said and all that you washed your mouth over me, none of your words cut me. My ancestors told me, don't listen to a word you say. I never have. You've never been my advisor. Everything you've said to me, I've done the opposite, and you've hated it because I've always proven you wrong. Because I don't already know you're a hypocrite. It's one of the things I used to say to you. You say don't make no man beat you, but you let the man then beat you. Which one is it? You say don't smoke, but you smoke. Which one is it? I used to say, which one is it? Which one is it? Which one is it? Because I'm confused. Do I do that one? Do I do that one? Do I do that one? That's why I've grown up not being able to make a fucking decision sometimes. Why don't you just dash them away, Asher? Oh no, but you know, they don't mean it, or you know, you should love them. No, just dash them away. My masculine and my feminine side has always been in opposition because you've had me in confusion, and that's exactly what my ex-husband did to me. Has constantly had me in a state of confusion, a state of duplicity, mixing lies and truth, yes, no, confusion. It's taken me a long time to heal, to be able to find my own center point and use my own discernment to know where the fuck I stand, and I know where I stand today. Air energy. I carry the 4 elements on my fingers as tattoos. So important, you know, because my body goes through different elements depending on what, and it's just a nice release, man. I don't fear fire. I don't feel fire. I know that I'm not angry. As much as my temperature might rise, and as much as I might go on myself, and as much as I might scream and shout, that isn't me. That's not how I feel. The earthly me, the 3D me, feels very balanced. I understand that certain things had to go on, because guess what? When I was in the madhouse outside having a cigarette, talking to the stars in the sky and the Almighty, they showed me Osler all laughing and jumping around in the celestial world, saying, do you know what? Fuck shit, man. That shit nearly had me fucked up. And I burst out laughing and crying at the same time, because in my yard at my other house, in fact, I've still got it, you know, I'm going to pull it out the bag, because I'm telling you, my ancestors packed up my yard so meticulously, because they knew these days were coming. You asked me to go grab you something, I can go grab you and bring it back. Grab it and come bring it back, because I know where it fucking is. My ancestors have been very, very particular. Even when I was leaving the blood clot house, they told me that the landlord's going to go on with things. So guess what? We're going to scrub, we're going to clean, we're going to put everything back. I was on my knees 2-3 o'clock in the morning scrubbing blood clot carpet with my daughter. And my mum's like, nah. My daughter's like, nah, mum. Because the boys have been and gone, because they've had to do hard work, but they need to get the work nights and pub and whatever. So it's me and my daughter. My daughter's like, nah, seriously, mum. The house weren't even this clean when we moved in. Definitely. The house weren't even this clean when we moved in. And I said, I know some, but my ancestors have been very specific that this man is going to try and do everything he can do to take away my little deposit. And right about now, your dad has not given me a red cent in over 3 years. Nearly 3 years and not 1 penny. I'm having to cut through and make it by myself. He's already phoned my workplace, chatted some shit. You understand me? Got me escorted out the building. How am I getting escorted out the building for what? Because he's phoned the school and told them I've got fucking COVID. What kind of fucking bullshit is this? What is this? And you can just, 1, you can take a test in school anyway. But 2, just because somebody phone you chatting shit, who's your loyalty with? Do you know him? Do you fucking know him? Do you know him? What authority do you have it on that man's word is trust fucking worthy? Fire energy. But it's true though. It's very true. This man has gone out of his way, so I can't afford for the landlord to be trying to take away my money because I want to get certain furniture at the house that I'm moving into. You know what I mean? And I've accounted for that money. I know I'm not going to get the money straight away, don't get me wrong, but I've accounted for the money. So by the time I moved out, or I moved out before that, but the official date of my move out was the 12th of October. But I'd already got my yard patterned, painted, carpeted, whatever, this yard here. because my kids were coming in. So all we had to do was just move the furniture over the one day, and we did it in like 2 journeys, and that was it. I had to pay 300 and something pounds. I was hoping to pay half of it. My son killed it. Cavell was like a beast. It literally slammed everything in the thing. The man said, I cannot believe we've done it in like a couple of hours, but because we've had to do another one because there is that much stuff. And I'm moving from a 4-bedroom house, it's from Sutton, into a 3-bedroom house. Where am I going to put all this stuff? Plus there were some things that I wanted to buy. Anyway, before the 12th of October anyway, my whole report was written on the yard. Every picture in the report meticulously. This is that, this is that, this is that. Filed. And I knew that it had to go to the DPS, which is the Deposit Protection Scheme. Because my ancestors told me they had me on point. Remember, I've still got court and everything else going on, you know. And I've still got life is lifing. And I'm still working and everything else, self-employed. So there's a lot going on, but like I said, my ancestors keep me informed, you know, and I'm able to departmentalize my different personalities. So I can say, Rosie, you take care of the kids and make sure everybody's got breakfast, lunch and dinner. Asha, you get on the paperwork and start drafting up that thing. Sasha, you start doing whatever, you know. I don't know what Sasha's doing, to be fair. What you up to, Sasha? Dancing and winding up myself. You carry on dancing and winding up yourself because it's good for our energy. It transmutes the energy that's coming in. And Asherah, my inner child, my little girl, she's a genius, isn't it? So I'm like, you know what? Start on the court paperwork until I finish this. And that's how I run my life. So when people are wondering, how does she do it so fast? That's how. I'm multifaceted. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just one person, I'm many people. You know, and I'm able to tap onto that. And as time goes by, I'm tapping into bigger and better and more past life stuff. I just got reminded that I didn't close down a journey today because the people are still there. But that's okay. That's really nice, actually. Thank you. So I did a journey with my shamanic teacher today. So I'm jumping timelines now. Catch the pepper. And the first bit of it, I'm telling her whatever's gone on in Bali, because I just got back like 6 days ago. Yeah, because I would have been back on Friday, so tomorrow will be a week. And I've been recording since I come from Bali. So all these YouTube videos from this point here, I think I'm on video 38. I've recorded 38 YouTube videos between the 6th and today, the 13th. Because it's ancestors. And I've washed clothes. And I've cooked and eaten. And I've been to the gym. And I've sat in the sauna. And I've been to the bank. Yeah, I've still been leaving the house. And I've washed clothes. And I've folded up clothes. You know what I'm saying? And I've mopped out. I'm talking like proper lift up the kitchen mats and rugs and everything. I've mopped from the back door through to the kitchen. I've mopped the living room and I've mopped by the front door and everything. I'm talking proper. And I've sat down and had time with myself too. And I've showered and I've got dressed and I've done my eyelashes. But I've still recorded about 3 days, 4 days worth of hours. How? That's how. I just take it in my stride and it just looks like I'm just doing my normal day, and I am. And I've just I managed to write a new course. I went in the bathroom and I downloaded the idea and I thought, fuck, wicked. Turns it into a course straight away. Oh. Do you know what I mean? So that's a little income stream for later. Not bad, is it? Hey ho. Anyway, I've lost a diamond bracelet, basically. I've lost a diamond bracelet. I don't know how. So now I've lost one diamond earring and a diamond bracelet. So somewhere in this carpet or somewhere wherever is £2,000. 1,500 and 500. And I don't understand why I'm losing things, Spirit. But Spirit said, don't worry about it. When I was in Bali, they went to the pearl place, and they said to get a pearl. Oh, it's quite weighty, you know. But they said I'm allowed to wear gold, diamonds, and pearls. And up until now, I haven't had anything pearl. And you can't buy the plastic pearl. They said you have to buy like it's you know, proper water pearls. So what my man did in Bali, he took me to the silver and gold, you know, the way they make it. So I took some videos too. It's on my TikTok page. But I took videos. Where the bumper clock is the start of this one. I took pictures of them making it and moulding it and blah blah and there. So this is it. It's cold actually. So they're not all the same size. Some are big and some are small. See that big one on there? Or this fat one here. But it was too big for me. So she put have I gone and done it again? What have I done now? There's supposed to be two. Oh, there they are. It was too big for me, so she put 2 pearls in the bag. So I said I'll make her earrings out of them. Ain't that nice, isn't it? I bought a bracelet and I managed to get a bracelet and an earring. But I won't put it on yet until I cleanse it and make the ancestor sit with it. Just to change the vibrational frequency of it, innit? Because this is alive. This is coral. This is coral. So that's pearl and coral. Maybe that's why I've lost the bracelet, because it's not so, I don't know. But this is very mermaidy, that's what they're giving me. The pearls give a very mermaidy. Oh, it's so nice. See, everything happens for a reason, you know. I can feel from the level up in my body. Oh, siren energy coming in. Very sensual. Blue energy. I'm seeing blue colours. Very nice. Very, very nice. That's so nice, man. Ah. Such beautiful colours too. Do you know what I mean? It's like beautiful. It's like light blue. Then there's a little strip of a little green. Then a light, then a softer blue, like a pastel blue. Then a dark blue. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Then a greeny blue. It's like just melting into each other. So pretty. Really pretty. Oh. I am tired though, innit? I did just want to do this this video. There's things going on, you know, I tell you. You see how this bracelet, and I'm turning my arm like this, if you can see. You see the bumps that are rubbing against my skin? It's like unlocking codes. Simple as that, you know, like I can feel. Do you know what I'm saying? I can feel something going on there. That's good. This, I don't know if that's the reason why I don't have the fucking diamond bracelet, and I hope it's not, because I would have just took it off if they said. I didn't get any warning. I didn't get any vibe to say that I was going to lose it. So I was quite surprised when I realised. I was recording actually at the time. Very surprised that it had gone. At least with the earring, it had fallen out in the bed the day before, like as I was in the bed the morning. And I thought, oh, that's strange. That's never happened before. I'll just push it back in, and I did. And then lo and behold, the backing was in the bed. But God only knows where the earring is. I stripped the whole place down. So upset. I don't like losing things, even though they say nothing is lost, but I'm not careless like that. So I don't like it when I lose things, because I don't dash down my things, you know. But saying that, I say I don't dash down my things, I have to wait and see, because I'm discovering new things about myself, the hidden self. So interesting. You know, on a cube, you know the face of the cube that's on the ground and you don't see it? That's where I am, trying to discover that face. And it's so funny because I find myself contradicting myself. You know, saying that I don't like something when actually I do. And saying I do like something when actually I don't. So I was lying on my bed the other day listening to a tarot reader in between the recordings. And the woman said, oh, you're decisive. And I said, me. She said, no, you're indecisive. And I said, I don't, like, in my head I was thinking, I don't think so. I am very decisive. I mean, yeah, I know exactly what I want. If I need to cut somebody, I'll cut them off. And then she started talking about, no, like when it comes to love and matters of the heart, you will spend ages worrying about should I or shouldn't I? Should I let them go or should I keep them? I won't just make a decision. It takes a long time for me to make a fucking decision. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I've allowed a lot of bullshit to go on for far too long. I should have left my baby daddy a long time ago. You get what I'm trying to say? The red flags were all there, the devil thing, but at the same time, I knew I was on mission, don't get me wrong, but the 3D me, if I wanted to, I definitely could have got up and said, nah, less of this. I didn't sign up for no sick husband. Because I didn't sign up for no sick husband. Especially when I'm deliberately making him sick. I didn't sign up for that, mate. I signed up for a twin flame experience. And I definitely got a twin flame experience. It was just a karmic one. You know. Because I wished for him to come in, you know. I was at my mum's house. How nice that feels, just rubbing it on your leg. It's a roly. It's really nice. I was at my mum's and I started to, this is really nice, you know. This is really nice. I really like this. Why do I like this so much, Spirit? You know what? Rubbing this on my body is having a very, very nice effect. I thought you were saying that I need to cleanse it first. I need to clean it, but it seems to be doing all right by itself. You know what? I've got a bad leg on this leg. I fell off a fucking motorbike or whatever it's called, didn't I? I don't know why that feels so nice. Oh, they said pull it at the back. Oh yeah, on the calf. So yeah. Let's this reader, Spirits and Ancestors, she's called. It said it was done 36 minutes ago, but I know I've been talking a lot longer than that because the video, how's the video 1 hour and 41 minutes? You see what I'm talking about? Bullshit like that. Have I literally been sitting here for nearly 2 hours? No. Obviously I have, but no. Because I'm still in the same spot. Why am I still in the same spot after 2 fucking hours? Let's get moving. So this woman, let's switch it. This woman is called Spirit and Ancestors, and it said, he's ready to show you the side he's been hiding from you. The vulnerable, loving side. Oh, I don't even want to listen to that. Forget that about he's ready. Let's move on. No. Oh, this is Star Water vibe. She's good. You just sent a bone-chilling message to somebody right in the... You know what? Spirit said, let's do a song. Let's do a fucking song first, man. We've been listening to crap all day. Who wants to do a song?
Sky Vegas. Get 50 seriously free spins when you join.
Honestly. Oh, brave, man. I don't know if I can play the actual whole video, can I? Let's pick up the skirt. Inside us, what's going on inside? This time you can't get there. Nice, very nice, very nice, very nice.
What if you could send a free gift in secret to someone
very,
special?
very nice.
Maybe that.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
Very, 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 very nice. Right, okay. This narcissist is getting a taste of their own medicine.
Welcome back to my channel. Hello, beautiful collective, and welcome back to my channel, Luna Moon Tarot. So everybody, I'm checking out this energy, and there's a narcissist that's like being brought to their knees. Okay, they're hanging their head in shame.
Is that what everybody's saying?
Usually a narcissist.
Are they going down for true? Is it finally happening? Could it be possible?
Okay, the shoe is on the other foot. This person
has the rabbit got the gun?
Another narcissist. It's a narcissist who chose a narcissist. And now, whoever they chose is like narcissisting out on this ex, okay? Who has traumatized you in the past. And now they're being traumatized by whoever they chose over you. Okay? Anyway, this may not be for all of you, and that's okay. Just take what resonates, leave the rest behind. And thank you so much, everyone, for all of the support.
Let's give her flowers. This narcissist is getting a taste of their own medicine times 10. Lunar Moon Tarot. Okay. I know we sang it, but I want to give her flowers.
All of my subscribers, you rock. Welcome, welcome to everybody new here. You rock too. Okay, so well, I was just doing my intro here. Karma. They're telling me to kind of explain karma. Karma is kind of a tough one to explain because people get karma for different reasons, for doing different things. But the one thing that I have noticed about karma, right? When I see it over and over again in the readings, number one. There's a few things. Karma comes when somebody really least expects it. When they think they've gotten away with something, okay? That's when karma usually hits them. It takes them by surprise. And number two, the punishment is always going to fit the crime, okay? So whatever this person, let's just take whatever they did to you. For whatever they did to you, it may have taken a while for karma to catch up with them, but now it's catching up with them, right? They traumatized you, right? This is a narcissist. They could have been so bad, they could have given you PTSD. This person could have gaslit you. Projected everything onto you. They could have been verbally abusive, emotionally, mentally, right? Just to control you, okay? Now that punishment, the punishment is fitting the crime. So everything this person did to you is being done to them by somebody else. Like almost exactly. Yes, and that's a confirmation.
Told ya.
Like almost exactly. what they did to you is being done to them. Okay? So they're getting a taste of their own medicine. And now this narcissist, the one who traumatized you, is being traumatized by another narcissist. Okay? Another thing about karma is the severity differs for karma, right? The severity of it is always judged by how severe it was for you to go through it. Okay, so every tear you cried was counted. Every bit of pain
Every
that this
tear,
person put you through was recorded.
Was recorded.
Not forgotten.
Was recorded. I'm telling you,
Okay,
it's recorded.
and so
It's
how
recorded.
it
She's
felt
saying
for
exactly
you
what I've already
is
said
how
on
it's
video.
feeling for
It was
this
recorded.
person, only
Mental trauma was
usually it's
recorded.
like times
Everything.
10, so that they learn the lesson. And so this is a narcissist who's getting traumatized the same way they traumatized you by another narcissist. And it may even be 10 times worse for them because God saw everything and wants this person to pay for what they've done and to learn a lesson that they will never forget. So, you know, a few things about karma. It may take a while, but it always comes around when they least expect it. Okay? Number 2, what was that? Anyway, I forgot. The punishment always fits the crime. That's what it was. Okay. The punishment is going to fit the crime. And the severity of it depends on how severe it was for you to get through it. And then multiply that. So don't think this person got away with anything. Because now they're getting a taste of their own medicine. The shoe is on the other foot. Okay, it says here, hiding, intimidated. I feel like they're being publicly humiliated, publicly embarrassed by this karmic. I feel it's a karmic narcissist that they're with. This could be a karmic masculine as well. Both narcissists. Okay? And so they're getting they're going through gaslighting every day, just the way they did to you. They're all the issues are being projected onto them, and they're being blamed for everything, just the way they did to you. They're being verbally, mentally, and emotionally abused, just the way they did to you. Times 10. Okay? And just hanging their head in shame. This is giving me like public embarrassment, public humiliation. And I feel like that's what they did to you. Whoever they're currently with, who's like narcissisting out on this person, on this narcissist, could be talking about them behind their back, putting them down, just the way they did to you, right? Talking trash about this narcissist, just the way they did to you. Times 10. That's the kind of karma that they're getting. The divine wanted me, look, and it's coming in fast. The divine wanted me to explain those things about karma, okay?
Thank you.
And I'm hearing Karma Is My Boyfriend by Taylor Swift. They could be getting cheated on as well, okay? Being put in a third party as well. A lot of gossip happening also. I'm also getting that they were recently really shamed, humiliated, and embarrassed during some kind of public setting. It was a get-together party celebration. Yeah, there was a fight. This person, hiding their face, having to walk away. They could have even been kicked out of some place because of the narcissist person that they chose over you. And these are all things that this person did to you. Embarrassed you, humiliated you in public, to try to make you feel and look small, right? Tried to suppress any kind of independence that you had, suppress your voice. Yeah, look at how they walk away feeling embarrassed and burdened and shamed, okay, at a public event. Whoever they're currently with, I'm getting is loud and obnoxious. That's what I just heard, loud and obnoxious. Maybe the way this person was at one point. Okay? It kind of sounds like they chose the perfect person for them. And that whoever they're with is definitely teaching them a lesson. And I feel like you, I feel like that's you. They're watching you. What flew on the floor? Oh, yeah, they're watching you. I feel like this person wants to talk. I feel like they want you to fill their cup. They want comfort from you. You know, the Queen of Cups, she's very loving, very comforting, very sweet, kind, generous, giving, open, loving, okay? And they want you to give them love because they're not getting any from whoever they chose over you. They're not getting any. You know, for some of you, this is somebody new they got with.
Whether you're lifting weights or taking a weight off, join Pure Gym from just £4.50 a week. Pure Gym, whatever you're here for, we're here for.
How sad, man.
Still keeping their back turned on you and getting with in a new relationship. They got with a narcissist. Either way. Yeah. This person, they feel like they need some love. They need some comfort. And they want you to fill their cup. No. Yeah, they're stuck in this man. This person, they're starting to feel like a fool, like hanging their head in shame, embarrassed, okay? Learning a lesson. They're obsessively watching you. So this person could be watching you on social media, maybe under a fake profile. Okay? This person could be, they could be a Pisces, they could be an Aries, Virgo, Aquarius. You could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, they missed out on that opportunity. Boy, are they missing you right now because you actually really loved this person. And whoever they're with, whoever they chose, there is no love there, only control. And this person is kind of being whooped down into submission. And they're a narcissist. They are being traumatized. Yeah, that door is closed. When it comes to your connection with this person, I feel like you don't want them back. This is just giving me a big, it always gives me a big, giant, heavy metal vault door that's slamming shut. But that also means when one door closes, new ones open, right? And yeah, I feel like the wheel of fortune is turning in your favor. And this person is like, it's just giving me like they're locked in. They are now locked in to whatever they chose, which happens to be another narcissist. Yeah, they can't talk to you. The divine does not want this person to be near you anymore. They're getting their karma. And the divine wants you to stay the heck out of a third-party situation that involves narcissists. Okay, because you're not one. Yeah, look, God is on the bottom of the deck here, leading you forward. And also, you know, this card, it really says, sit down and learn a lesson. Okay? So this is karma happening to this person. This is a lesson that they have to learn. And it's going to be a tough one. Have you ever tried to teach a narcissist a lesson? It takes a while. You know, but it is happening here. All right, so what else can you show me? Yeah, you're being kept protected. This is just giving me a whole lot of protection. With these 4 wands around you, watched over by your ancestors, passed on loved ones. You and your family are being protected at this time. You know, the divine knows, right? The divine, they're not just with you, they're in you. They know your thoughts. They know how you feel. They feel it too. God feels it too. God has seen all your tears, heard all your thoughts, and felt your pain. Okay? And that's why your pain was severe. So this person's karma is severe. Okay? Do you see what I'm saying? The severity is gonna, it depends on how severe it was for you to go through it. You know, but God also can hear this person's thoughts and feels what this person is feeling. And God knows they want to reach out to you because they miss that love and feeling. Okay, they do. I'm hearing that song. Bring back that love and feeling. Whoa, that love and feeling. Who is that? I keep thinking it's the Righteous Brothers, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Drop a comment, you guys, if you know who sings that song. But yeah, they want the love that you brought into their life. They miss it because they're not getting any. All they're getting is harsh treatment, karma, and dealing with a narcissist that appears to be a more powerful narcissist than them, because they're getting whooped. Yeah. And you're being protected. Okay? You, your family, your home, your blessings, all protected at this time. Because God can see what's going on behind the scenes. Okay? Yes. Yes, they're getting a taste of their own medicine times 10. Okay, what else can you show me for my beautiful collective? Yeah, new fresh energy for you coming in. Okay, this is, and this is also divine feminine energy as well. So you could be a divine feminine. Yeah, new fresh energy and blessings. Whenever I see that you are blessed, okay, you're being kept in a very peaceful, calm energy, okay? And whenever I look at this card, though, I look at all of this as like chaos. I don't know why, but you're above that. Out of the chaos, out of the drama, away from the narcissist. And that's where the divine wants to keep you, is away from all of that riffraff. Okay? And you're just kind of floating here. You know, you're just kind of floating, talking to the divine and focused on God. I feel like that's what the divine wants you to do, is focus on your divine path. Focus on you. You know, find those moments where you can have some silence. You know, keeping your face out of a phone or away from a computer screen, or silence. Right? So God can talk to you and show you things. Because you've got some new things coming in here. It's like a breath of fresh air. You may feel something in the breeze. I know that may sound weird, but that's what I'm seeing. You being very silent, very still. Just look at you here, right? Look at this. Very silent, very still. And then a breeze comes in, right? In quiet times, that allows you to hear the messages, I don't know, more clearly.
I felt a breeze earlier on, you know. I'm sure I videoed it. I was like, I'm sitting there and I can feel a nice breeze coming in, and the window's on that side. So it's not from the window, I'm on this side. A nice breeze, like just a presence. It was so lovely.
With no distractions. And I feel like that may be what you've been trying to do. You know, life is chaotic. Sometimes it's hard to find those peaceful times, right? Okay, what else can you show me?
I'm always in peace.
You could be seeing a lot of like repetitive numbers here. I'm seeing 22. This is a 2. That's also soulmate connection. So you could be manifesting or calling in a new soulmate to you right now, because there is a door closing. And that means right now is a really powerful manifesting time for you, because new doors are opening up. Okay? And so maybe thinking about new love, new soulmate connections, maybe travel. What else can you show me? And things are going to start changing for you, because it's like you're activating something here. I'm seeing this wing coming in right through this wheel of fortune, like a key, like you're activating the universe, right? And that will happen with manifesting at the end of the cycle, with you releasing things. There's going to be also, you may feel maybe an ex-friend, ex-family member, definitely this ex's energy, but someone else from your past is about to apologize. I picked up on that earlier. I feel like you may have like an ex-friend or something that misses you, that wants to talk, that wants to make things right. So you're about to hear from someone else from your past wanting to apologize. You can feel it too. You may have picked up on that energy today. Okay. All right, what else can you show me? Buy the book. You know, I all of a sudden, I'm picking up on somebody who's needing a ride. Like somebody's car is breaking down, they need a ride. This could even be this ex-friend reaching out because they need something from you. I do feel like though you're just being led to a place of peace, okay? Continue to go by the book, all right? On your path, listening to the divine, okay? If anyone from your past tries to reach out to you, maybe don't react right away, okay? Give yourself a moment of stillness and silence to think about what you should do. Don't quickly react to things. It's okay to take your time right now. But yeah, there is somebody that wants to apologize. You're gonna get contact from someone else from your past, like it could be an ex-best friend or something. And you've been picking up on this as well. You're thinking about them because they're thinking about you. Yeah, anyway, that's what I have for this reading. I do hope this helps. I hope it resonates. And if you like this video, please hit that like button. Yay. Subscribe to my channel, you guys. Join this awesome soul tribe. And until next time, everyone, take care of you.
Let's like the video.
And peace out.
There we go. Okay, so we're going to call it a night. I don't know if the ancestors will want me to put on another video later on, and if they do, I will. But for now, I'm just going to chill out and just steam off a little bit.
You can download the
But
app
yeah,
via
just
the link in the description box.
interesting again. It's going to be really interesting to see how this all looks, you know, when it's all set out and laid on the table raw, you know what I mean? Is it going to look like mental health? Is it going to look like a spiritual ascension? Is it going to look like this? Is it going to look like that? Is it going to be taken that way, or is it going to be taken this way? The Almighty said, you know what? It's going to be taken forward regardless. This is unstoppable. I am unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable.
Someone to tell you you're beautiful. BT the motherfucking family. Yeah, Robbie and this motherfucker, man. I'm tryna fuck some. The way she shaking ass, I'm tryna fuck some. The run right skin, thick as hell, I'm tryna fuck some. Dark skin, long hair, I'm tryna fuck some. I'm tryna fuck some, baby, I'm tryna fuck some. The way she throw that ball, I'm tryna fuck some. She looking back, pretty face, I'm tryna fuck some. And let me fuck some, baby, let me fuck some. Baby, let me fuck some. I'ma give you a good 15 minutes. I already told bro to pick me up in 15 damn minutes. So let's get straight to it, baby. I ain't got no time to wait. You know what we here for, so let's get right down to it. Bend it over, spread them, let me bust that pussy wide open. All that twerking that you doing, come over here and do it on the dick. Throw her ass up like a person, gave her number on D. She tried to run, I grab her waist and put the dick up in her deep. That's our ass clapper. That's our ass clapper. That's me fucking her. That's me fucking
What is this
her.
bullshit?
I'm tryna fuck some. The way she shaking ass, I'm tryna fuck.
Honestly, I don't know how some of these fuckers get on YouTube, you know. Yikes, they're obsessed with your celibacy and want that to end. Let's move on. Have a look at that. Have a look at that. Oh. They're obsessed with your celibacy and want that to end. Are you God? Take a risk. You missed the green light, but God is giving you a move.
I know.
There's me. Let's watch me.
Sorry. I became aware of how dirty.
Okay, let's not watch the dirty. In fact, let's watch the dirty laptop. Because why is my laptop so dirty to article?
I'm so sorry. I became aware of how dirty my screen is on camera. Because when I'm looking at it, it don't look that bad. And because of that, I've got a locked off the blood clot video. But we are still in, so we're gonna call this part 3. Right. I'm gonna turn off this because it's available if you wanna see it. Okay, but at the end of the day, we were looking for something else, so let's not get sidetracked.
God, my God.
I swear down, my laptop is absolutely disgusting, blood. Alright, so let's just carry on because it's not the end of the world.
No, it's not.
We'll get it sorted out.
Absolutely.
So you can see that I've got Sasha here, Rosie, whatever. You can see this from January 2022. So again, this has been a long time coming. This has been planned. Like I said, they definitely have a systematic approach to this. So anyway, let's get back to the beginning. Because we're trying to figure out where we're trying to figure out this video. So again, like I said, please excuse me for my laptop.
Yeah, true. Please excuse me.
What?
The bumble club.
I really wanna test this out. So what's our longest video we've got that has already been available? So I think our longest video is this one at 2 hours 59. So let's try and do this video then. And let's see if we can download it. We can. So when it downloads, it will come over in the right corner and tell me that it's been downloaded here. So that's what I'm waiting on. So you can see that it's done the download thing to let you know that the video number 10 is done. So I'm going to put you back on. I'm going to upload it into AI. And I already said I'm not going to show you what AI program I'm using because Spirit says it's only your blood clot business. So let's add that. Conduct a systematic literature review on the following video. Okay. Add the video. Add from local files. Let's see if it'll let me add from that. Is that still downloading? No, are you ready? Let's see if it will do it. Upload failed. Why is the upload failed? I had a feeling it was going to fail, so they already told me if it fails, download the transcript from the video. So, let me see if I can download transcript. I think I have to go on the video to get the transcript possibly. Let me just try another way.
You know that my video 7 has had 2 views. I wonder who's viewed it. Let me try and download this video and get it to play and then go through that way to get the transcript. So I've put a disclaimer in it and it says, "Hi everyone, I'm Asherah. This video series is part of my ongoing PhD research and personal journey exploring the intersection between mental health and spiritual consciousness. Specifically, I'm examining the blurred lines and shared experiences between dissociative identity disorder / psychosis and consciousness expansion through the lens of shamanic practice, spirituality and lived experiences. What you're about to see is not a performance. It is an autoethnographic, experiment, meaning I'm both the researcher and the subject. I'm documenting my own thoughts, emotions and experiences in real time as part of an inquiry into how consciousness transforms during intense psychological and spiritual awareness. This series is about opening conversation, reducing stigma and helping others who may have felt isolated by similar experiences to understand that there is meaning, method and science behind the mystery. Disclaimer. The content shared in this video series reflects my personal experiences and academic research into consciousness, spirituality and mental health. It is intended for educational and reflective purposes only. I am not providing medical, psychological or therapeutic advice. If you are experiencing mental health challenges or emotional distress, please seek support from a qualified mental health professional, you're in fucking trouble there, or crisis service. The ideas discussed here explore alternative frameworks for understanding consciousness and should not replace evidence-based medical or psychological care. Viewer discretion is advised as some topics may be sensitive or triggering. Okay, so that's the disclaimer Spirit says to use. The Spirit put that disclaimer together. So where is a transcript now? It's not in settings, close. Do I have to play the video? Let me try and play the video. See if I can get a transcript that way. Full size video. Small size video. Escape. Oh, you see. How am I gonna get the video? How am I gonna get the transcript?
And I'm currently recording for my PhD. Yeah.
You're right now.
I'm recording what the medical
10 minutes.
industry refer to as...
I'm ready already, so I just run out in. So I run out at what time is it now?
If it's not able to
16:49. So I'll run out in 18:49, 18:50. So I'll run out at 18:55. Okay.
Right, so I've cut and paste the YouTube link and I'm going to delete the download.
I had my own mental health assessed before I went into hospital. When I was in hospital, and when I came out of hospital.
Something's happening. It's thinking.
Today is the 8th of November 2000.
Got it. Conduct a systematic literature review on the video you've provided. Let me start by assessing and analysing the contents. From to where?
So I'm quite jet lagged actually, but I'm going to do this recording because
Isn't it crazy?
Because obviously this is video 3. Yeah, so this is linked to the last 2 videos. But I will introduce...
It's crazy. You got me here in the background. You got me here on the phone recording myself. And while I'm recording myself, you can also hear my other self talking in the background. So really, you got 4 personalities. You got me, well, 3 at the moment. Me, her in front of you, and her on the dictaphone. Wait till we get it and there's 5 of us all in one camera setting. It's going to be sick.
Myself. I'm Asherah Rose and I'm currently conducting a research study into mental health and spiritual consciousness or expansion. And I am both researcher and subject, assessing my own mental health and spiritual awakening and videoing it and then performing assessments and reviews as we go along.
So right now I'm in the middle of uploading one of my videos, which is a little over 2 hours, into my AI system that I use, and I'm asking it to conduct a systematic literature review on the 2-hour video. And it's telling me that it's going to work, and it's analysing the video contents to identify key themes and concepts. So it said, analyse the video context to identify key themes and concepts, will guide the subsequent search for relevant literature. Next, I will thoroughly review the video. So that's what it's doing at the moment. But it does tell you what it's doing. So it would give you the code, it would tell you what the coding is doing.
Experiencing something that uses the term schizophrenia. However, I am also aware on a spiritual side that I am also a high priestess, and I come from a long lineage of shamans, magical women, magical. So I am recording my experience of going through something called schizophrenia.
While I'm here too, you know the course that I just created yesterday, the Spirit says to me, let's go through it. So what I might do is print it out on the printer there, and then bring it back with me to read. I have got my printer, obviously in my room, but while I'm here, it just says to print it out.
And my ancestors are saying to me, and my ancestors are spiritual beings around me that talk to me every day. Every single day they talk to me.
Have I got enough battery? Yeah, I've got enough battery to go to the printer. It's still reviewing the video. It is 2 hours long, so we might as well go and print while the AI is working out.
From a third person perspective.
And take it to the printer. Spirit said bring it back so you can actually see that it's a TV. It's not
They don't want me to hide anything away from you guys. They want me to show you the raw essence of what spirituality means to me. And it might mean the same to you, and it might mean something completely different. I don't know. But you're going to be the judge of it. You're going to be the judge of it. You're going to analyze it for yourself, and you're going to tell me, based on your comments, whether or not you think this is mental health, or whether or not you think this is something spiritual, this is something spiritual. And so let me first of all go into personalities. So my inner child, Asherah, she's very giggly. So when you hear my tone and it's giggly, I mean she can be serious too. She didn't really use stage, she was quite serious. But she's today I spent the afternoon with my daughter and shopping.
right. I've got to go and pick up my daughter. Let's do a timestamp. I've got to go and pick up my daughter because she says I says that I'd leave her at 6:55, and it's 6:55 now. The train station's less than 5 minutes away, but I do need to put my shoes and coat on, and I don't like her standing at the train station, so I like to be there before she gets there. So we've got 2 hours and 30 on this one. I think I mentioned that the video was 2 hours long, but actually it was 2 hours and 59. But you can see the literature review because the video does read out the whole thing, this video here. So just to kind of tell you the video, that's the video. So it's video 22 part 3, PhD mental health, if you want to watch the rest of it. Again, it's Earth Angel Asherah, hashtag 22 PhD, sorry, hashtag 22 part 3 PhD mental health dissociative identity disorder / Alright. Saving the document. The reason, even though I was downloading them and saving them as PDF, they weren't coming up as a PDF. So now that I've done it in Word, it's working as Word. So I'm just trying to connect to the printer. Wake up, printer.
Oh,
I've just got back from Bali.
I need to
I
enable.
don't speak Bali language.
Okay. Fantastic. All right. So timestamp Thursday, 13th November 1856. Okay, and that's a wrap. Take care.